What is up, everyone? I'm Peter Harris, reporting live from the city of brotherly love. On today's episode 129, titled Fastidious Fundraising, where we'll be covering newly registered RIAs, all the newest updates and investments and searches coming from big pension funds, and the latest fundraising efforts coming from the likes of Clean Growth Fund, Marltlink Capital, and Africa50 Group. I am here with Matt Marino.
Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me. And it is Wednesday, April 20th, just for those tuning in, taking it on the road with the podcast. But Peter, awesome intro there. Keep rocking and rolling. Always a pleasure to be beside you.
The pleasure is mine. So we have a lot going on this week. The Dow actually hit an all-time high. It was catapulted by Home Depot, whereas NASDAQ and S&P 500 took dips thanks to big tech stocks slipping. But here's what we're going to get to, job changes, because that's what we want to hear. And I got to tell you, there's a lot going on. So Clinton Scott Warren transitioned from JP Morgan Securities LLC, where he served as region head of investments and advice for the South region, to Citigroup Private Bank. He now serves as a generalist and market executive at Citigroup Private Bank in Dallas. Dallas is a terrific city. I might be a little partial. And Clinton earned his undergraduate degree from Wake Forest University in North Carolina. I've never been to Winston-Salem, as I've always wanted to go. His extensive financial sector experience positions him as a key leader in advancing Citigroup Private Bank's strategic objectives. Now, Scott Amata transitioned from Bank of America Merrill Lynch, where he served as vice president and portfolio manager, to his current role as senior portfolio advisor at Northern Trust in Seattle. Classified as a generalist, he brings 11 years of investment management experience to the firm. Scott earned his undergraduate degree from the University of North Florida. His career underscores a commitment to resourcefulness and gumption in the financial management, which is something we all need. Derek Ginn transitioned from JP Morgan Securities LLC to his current role as executive director and financial advisor at Morgan Stanley in Los Angeles. Classified as a generalist, he brings 24 years of financial industry. I'm 24, by the way, so a lot of years experience to the firm. Derek earned a dual BA in economics and political science from the University of California, San Diego. His commitment to building deep client relationships and tailoring strategies to individual needs distinguishes his practice in financial advising.
Yeah, I feel like every single week we're looking at, close to 10, 15 job changes, of course. And that's even on a low week. I feel like find all this information in Marketplace, updated, tracking all this movement. Peter, thank you for running through a couple there. We'll go right into some topical news stories with RIAs and financial advisors, specifically on the M&A front, consolidation front, ever-changing environment. So first thing to call out, a team of 4 financial advisors registered SBE LLC, Cedar Cove Wealth Partners as an independent RIA in Bloomington, Minnesota. The firm is owned by Jennifer Cords, Ben Johnson, Keith Sapp, and Chris Sipe. Cedar Cove Wealth, which was formed back in 2011, has most recently been providing advisory services through Thrivent Investment Management. Next up, Randolph Price, Matthew Price, and Matthew Kearns, who have most recently been affiliated with Stewart Partners Investment Advisory as the Price Group. They registered Houston-based Clear Trail Advisors as an independent RIA. The firm is contracted with Dynasty Financial Partners for operational and back office core service support, and has engaged Schwab as a custodian. Third one here, Atlanta, Georgia-based wealth management firm Merit Financial Advisors is reportedly planning to close the acquisition of an unnamed hybrid $800 million RIA in Texas during the week of August 18th. Which is this week. So hopefully more to come here. Merit President Kay Lynn Mayhew told Financial Advisor that the firm, which recently received a strategic minority investment from Constellation Wealth Capital, is also looking to close 2 letters of intent for $1 billion plus firms. Mayhew did not provide additional details of the potential targets. Tune in possibly at the end of this week or next week if we do uncover some more information there. So definitely something to monitor. Pivoting pretty drastically from RIAs and the wealth space, the retail space, to institutions, we're going to jump right into some investments that we've been tracking across large public plans. Of course, similarly with all that data, this information lives right in Marketplace. You can find it in the public investment section, manipulate the flow of capital across the institutional world. But kicking it off in Boston, happy hour coming up, by the way, September 18th in Boston.
I've never been. It's a great city. I'd love to go, and that sounds exciting.
We're going to get you on a flight up to that event. Done.
That sounds exhilarating.
Done deal.
Dunzo.
Everyone, Boston, September 18th, Peter Harris, first time in Boston, possibly the first non-Philly Dakota cocktail event for you as well.
Wow.
Is that?
Yeah, exactly.
We're making it work.
No, I'm a Yankees fan, but I would without a doubt go to a Fenway game.
I've heard Fenway's very nice. Very nice. We'll go Mass Prim, one of the larger public plans, if not maybe the largest public plan up in Boston, right around $115 billion at the moment, using NEPC, Cowan, Hamilton Lane from a consulting standpoint, but some recent commitments. They have committed approximately $458 million across 4 funds. $250 million of that was to the Blue Owl Custom Asset-Based Finance Fund. Shout out to Blue Owl there. Committed $100 million to Winrose Health Investors, Fund 7. Shout out as well. And then 2 more shout outs here. $50 million to Medici Fund 5 and $50 million to Polaris Growth Fund 3. So awesome stuff there. Huge congrats to those managers. Of course, any ticket from Mass Prim is a very high-level achievement. Kicking over to LifeSite, $22 billion public plan out in London. Just with the growth of our system, our coverage, the data we have outside the U.S., it's awesome to see some recent commitments being tracked as well. LifeSite committed 450 million euros, $605 million to the Schroders Greencoat Renewables Long-Term Asset Fund, so LTAF there, with scope for further investment in the fund as well. The strategy will be incorporated into LifeSite's core default funds, providing exposure to renewable energy and energy transition infrastructure across the UK and broader Europe. Also, actually, the US and other OECD markets. Wow, amazing.
Pretty broad.
Love hearing about ESG. The investment aligns with LifeSite's pledge under the UK Mansion House Accord to allocate 10% of growth assets to unlisted private markets. Last one to call out, North Dakota State Investment Board. We're back on this side of the pond. $21 billion plan, specifically located in Bismarck, out in North Dakota, using NEPC from a consulting standpoint. They have disclosed recent commitments within private equity and private credit, so within those portfolios, comprising of a $60 million ticket to Chicago Pacific Founders Fund 4 and a $35 million ticket to OrbiMed Royalty and Credit Opportunities Fund 5. In its public equity portfolio, a little bit of both here, privates and publics, the pension added World Quant, U.S. large cap, and removed Atlanta Capital high quality small cap. So always important to note that as we're looking at these watch lists, tracking who's being dropped, who's being watched, and who's being added. If you need to find all that information, you can go right into Dakota Marketplace, check out our public plan board meeting write-ups. That's where we're tracking all of that in real time, but we had to call that one out there. And to fully wrap it up institutionally, and then Peter, I've been talking for a while. I promise I'll kick it back over to you. We've got searches, Oklahoma firefighters pension and retirement system. Have you ever thought about being a firefighter?
No, but I have tremendous admiration for firefighters.
As do I. I share that right there with you. We respect and appreciate all firefighters out there. But $3 billion plan using Mariner from a consulting standpoint, located specifically in Oklahoma City. Quick search update here. In its multi-asset credit RFP, the Oklahoma firefighters pension and retirement system narrowed the field to 4 candidates: Anchorage Capital Advisors, not Capital Advisors, KKR Credit Advisors, Octagon Credit Advisors, and Silver Rock Financial. The selected candidate will be awarded a contract expected to run through June 30th of 2026, with up to 4 annual renewals subject to board approval. So I'm sure probably in the next couple of weeks, maybe possibly during the next board meeting, we'll get insights into who won that ultimate allocation. Kicking it over to you, Peter. Let's wrap this together. And what does this all mean?
Well, first, it's hard to follow you up. By the way, you have a knack for speaking. But so we threw a lot of information, and it's a lot to digest, right, Matt? So what does this all mean, and what are Dakota's strategic takeaways for GPs and LPs to navigate really just an ever-changing, ever-evolving economic landscape. So advisor moves and consolidation is a huge thing right now. New RIAs like Cedar, Cove, and Clear Trail underscore the push for independence, while Merit's acquisition plan underscores consolidation momentum. For GPs, that means new distribution channels. For LPs, a reminder to stay vigilant and watch how scale reshapes asset flows. Consultant shifts matter. That's number 2. Mass Prime, moving its PE consultant mandate to Stepstone and Oklahoma Firefighters, narrowing its credit search, both underscore how competitive the consultant landscape is. And I think, as Matt, we've been seeing in the last year or two, I mean, really AI has just really put a push for consultants to really demonstrate their skills more than ever. And GPs really should track these moves closely because they directly influence manager visibility and allocations. Number 3, allocations stay diverse, but it's thematic. From Mass Prime's mix of PE and asset-based finance to LifeSight's renewables and North Dakota's SIB's blend of PE, credit, and equities, investors are really leaning into healthcare, energy transition, and private credit. GPs should align with these strategies and themes to stay on top of it and stay ahead of the game. Also, number 4, fundraising flows underscore priorities. Fund closes from Clean Growth, Marltlink, and Africa50 demonstrate investors are rewarding funds focused on 3 huge things: sustainability, innovation, and diversification. Things that have been popular for a while, but it shows that they're popular has stayed. The bottom line, what's the million-dollar question? Capital is flowing to strategies tied to secular growth and sustainability, while consultant and advisor shifts shape access. For GPs, alignment is absolutely paramount. For LPs, these moves offer signals on where the market is heading.
Love that. I know we got a couple of fundraising updates. Let's pick one here. Let's dive into it. What do we got? What's most notable for the listeners out there?
I mean, I have to say, I've heard the best things about Amsterdam, and this deal is just really immense, or this fundraising is really immense. So Amsterdam-based investment company Marltlink Capital completed the oversubscribed fundraise for its 5th private equity fund of funds at 440 million euros, which equates to $512.5 million, against a 300 million euros, which equates to $349.7 million target. And it also completed fundraising for its 3rd venture capital fund, which reached its $80 million euros, equates to $93.2 million hard cap. The PE fund will help support 11 funds, including those managed by HG, Adams Street Partners, Egeria, and Mill Point Capital, while the VC vehicle will target VC managers investing in high-growth companies in the technology and artificial intelligence sectors, which just shows how the popularity of AI and tech persists, and it's showing zero signs of abating.
It's remarkable. It's insane. I was going to say there's AI again. It's just nonstop. It's coming up more and more. I know we're incorporating it, there into our system, our platform, even into our processes. So yeah, thank you, Peter. Thank you everyone that, was able to listen in and check out this episode of the Fundraising News Podcast. We will be back on Friday, which will be, I'm always bad at this, the 22nd, I want to say.
Nailed it.
But just to note, we do have a couple happy hours coming up. Newport Beach on September 8th. If you're going to be out there for Future Proof or you live in the area, let me know. I'll be in town along with 2 colleagues. And then we're going to get Peter out to on September 18th. We'll get him out and up to Boston for that happy hour. We do have Dallas on September 10th and LA shortly after, the day before Boston.
I'll get my flip-flops and surfboard.
On September 7th. There we go. But no, of course, always feel free to reach out to us, to everyone here at Dakota with questions. If you ever want to schedule a demo or you want to check out the system and discuss updates, we're always here for that. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Peter. And I think it'll be you and Pat on Thursday, which would be great.
I'm excited for it. Thank you, Matt. Have a great day. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
This episode is brought to you by Dakota Marketplace. Are you tired of constantly jumping between multiple databases and channels to find the right investment opportunities? Introducing Dakota Marketplace, the comprehensive institutional and intermediary database built by fundraisers for fundraisers. With Dakota Marketplace, you'll have access to all channels and asset classes in one place, saving you time and streamlining your fundraising process. Say goodbye to the frustration of searching through multiple databases, websites, Form ADVs, and say hello to a seamless and efficient fundraising experience. Sign up now and see the difference Dakota Marketplace can make for you. Visit dakota.com/Dakota-Marketplace today.